everything difficult. Everything has to be difficult. Yes, I'm playing the guitar. That's going to be my intro. I need to bar down because that's all I'm going to be doing. I will just be screwing with this guitar the whole time. I'm putting it in a dumb spot. All right. This is too much work, dude. My house is insane. Everything's insane. And I'm coming up here. I even took notes. I kind of know what I want to talk about. But I want to talk about Dan Marescu. That guy. I'm going to be a podcast about podcasts. Unfortunately, that may be where this is all heading, is a podcast about podcasts. And Dan Marescu, whatever his name is, I don't know where I should hold this microphone. It's going to be bad. He got me. He's on Joe Rogan's podcast today. He's been on there before. And I have issue with this guy a little bit because I got his book. And I read, I don't know how much of it I read, but I don't know, it was driving me insane. But he's on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm going to listen to him. I like listening to him. I have no issues listening to the man. The issue is that I have with him with the immortality key is he is completely against Catholics, and I'm not necessarily pro-Catholic or anything, but he's really against Catholics, and he blames them for a lot of things. He thinks that the ancient Greeks had religion correct, and that Catholicism came in and destroyed their artifacts, art, and changed things and manipulated the art to reflect Christianity, which I'm not saying there's nothing against that. And he barely touches upon the M religion, and maybe I'm too afraid. He barely touches upon Muslims destroying ancient art, but he goes hard against Catholics, which is crazy. So that, and then Dan Marescu, whatever his name is, he's really against Albert Hoffman, which I don't know why. Like I said, I haven't listened to the podcast. He probably talked about all these things in it, but in the book, I mean, he just goes hard on Albert Hoffman. He just doesn't like him. The guy who, stumbled upon LSD. And I'll say stumble upon because I believe that Dan Marescu, whatever, wishes he stumbled upon something as big as I don't know, what do you call it, an invention? I'm going to turn this down. This shirt, by the way, I got a story. I got stories. I see things in the background of this camera, and I'm like, what is that? What is that green thing? I don't know what that is. And I don't want to have to explain it. But anyways, so that's my issue with the immortality key. I mean, it's a giant book, and I didn't buy it. I got it at the library, and I don't like negativity. I know this is coming off as negative, but I don't like the intentional, really rapping on something, whatever the words are. I don't know about the words, but really taking digs and just like mean intentions, man. And that's what that guy has. I'm holding this microwave very far away because it's turned up all the way. I have other microphones, and maybe I'll get into it. And what I should say is get into where they are at and pull some of them out, and perhaps the audio of this will be better. Um, this shirt, I have a funny story about this shirt. I love this shirt. And yesterday, I, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy. I hope I run into this person again. I was coming out of the gym, and I would say she because I don't know, but she looked like me. No, she was actually trimmer than I am. But she goes, "Ooh, cool shirt," and I go, "I'm an idiot." And what I do is I buy shirts and I put them away in my closet, like my sexuality. Whoa. Anyways, and then I pull them out, 5 years later, and I wear them. She's like, "Man, we're just talking." And it was kind of nice. It was kind of cool. Where am I going with this story? I don't know. I love this shirt. I bought two of them at the time because I knew I was going to love it. They have some other ones that say like classically trained. I really do love this webcam because this shirt is filthy and I've been wearing it now for 2 days. This happened yesterday that I had to run in with this girl. By the way, my internet's terrible. So even right now, I see on the screen stuff's happening. You know what they do in like hunter videos, right? I'm going to show you something. And everyone should know this. And why I'm going to show you the weirdest of weirdest things. Why am I showing you a butane can? Because it's what I had right next to me. Maybe I'll show you this controller. Here's something. So like people when they're hunters, right? They go, look at this, but they're really doing this. Look at the difference of it changes, right? That's every hunt. They like, oh, look how big it is. No, it's called. Even if you barely move it closer to the camera, it's gonna look bigger and bigger and bigger. Other than that, like, man, look at that fish he's holding. Well, it's just because the fish is closer to the camera than the actual people. I really should look at my notes. I had some other notes. I was listening. By the way, this might be a podcast about podcasts. I was listening to the Joe Rogan. I don't want to say the same words over and over. His show with Brian Redband. I'm a big fan of Brian Redband and Joe Rogan, and it was hilarious because they played a song. Which, by the way, just because someone says it's Christian doesn't mean it's a Christian song. But they played that it's Christian, and the guy's name's Larry Norman. If there was ever a time, or if you could somehow buy stock in people, it'd be anytime Joe Rogan brings up somebody. I bet Larry Norman, but yes, anything he talks about, Joe Rogan, buy that stock. Buy it if you could. Dude, I really did write down some notes, and I can't see it from here. So we might end this. The last video I did live, stream of consciousness, literally during that time, bombs were going off in Israel. I'm not trying to say I'm going to make a declaration, a statement on Israel or any of that stuff because I have no idea what's going on. But it really freaked me out that first day because I don't know. I shouldn't say because. You just worry, man. I think the tension in the world is really, man, there's something going on. And unfortunately, I think something needs to break that tension. And I don't know what that will be, but it's all, and that's what I was alluding to in my last video, some type of attack war. I don't know, but it's very scary for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it is. And yeah, I should look up. You know what we could do? Boy, this show that I'm doing, these wonderful ideas. This is what we'll do. I'm curious how many people are excited about like the new Nintendo coming out. I don't have a Switch. You know what I should talk to is going back to The Offer. The Offer is great, man. Um, I really do love The Offer. What a great show. I just started watching that movie with, I can't think of his name, Matthew McConaughey, Free. Oh no. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The Free State of Jones or something like that. I realized I'd already seen the movie. So that was crazy. I thought, all right, I'm losing my mind. I didn't think I saw this movie. And it's so brutal, man. When and they show it. That's the thing. Things are affecting me more and more. The older I get, like if I watch YouTube videos of, I'm sweating like a pig. If I watch YouTube videos of people running into things or falling down, I really feel it. I feel it in my, I'm going to say it, prostate. I think it's my prostate. I don't even know really where the prostate is, but I can, it's like, oh, that's what it was. I just saw some crazy video where, like, how many of these videos are out there? I got something else to talk about. How many videos are there where a car is driving like drifting and they lose control and they just hit a guy and the guy goes flying? This might have been one of the worst ones I have seen. The car slides sideways, boom, and the dude flipped. It had to be 3 times. I don't know how he landed, where he landed, but that guy's hurt. he's not he's not doing well. I can almost guarantee it. He's gonna be limping the next day. This is something to talk about. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to talk about this. I don't know what's going on, and I'm going to call them midgets. I'm saying midgets because I don't want to say little people because I would sound like children. I am getting videos of sexy midgets. They're kind of hot and they're dancing and moving around, showing their asses. And I've watched them. I actually only watched one, but now I've kind of seen two. They're everywhere. I guess it's all on Facebook, but like, damn, dude, how many little people are out there? Now I'll say it, I guess. Oh, geez, see, now I can't complete it. How many? I'll say dwarves. I know midget. Why is midget offensive? I don't get it. Midget. I used to call myself a midget in junior high. I was 4'6", unless I'm absolutely insane about this. But in 7th grade, I believe I was 4'6", and I considered myself a midget. I don't know if I said effing midget, maybe that's derogatory, but I don't understand it. All this political correctness stuff drives me insane. I got to tell you another one: Native Americans. I hate that term. You want to know why I hate that term? I really don't know why. I just do. I hate it. I don't want to have to call anyone. Same thing with African American. That's a terrible. I don't know why. Why would you even need to refer to someone as that? And a lot of people now, thank God, in my opinion, are saying I'm Black American, and I think that's great because like people like Kevin Lee, the UFC fighter, says I have nothing to do with Africa. Anyways, Native Americans in Canada consider themselves First Nations. Why don't the people of the First Nations? I think that's awesome. And by the way, in Canada, they call themselves Indians. I don't know what this is, if this is going to be all about movie recommendations. There really is a great movie recommendation I'm going to tell you, and it's about the people of First Nations in Canada. The girl who did the movie is now a director. I think she's been a director. It's called like Rhymes for Yes. This is a great movie, man. It's a coming of age movie. I'm 40 years old, and yet I love coming of age movies. Rhymes for Young Ghouls. It's about First Nations kids growing up, and you guessed it, the white guy in the film is the bad guy. But this girl, it says Kay Devery Jacobs. I don't know how you pronounce that. She's hot and she's great. She did I've watched another movie of hers and it was kind of screwed up. Have you ever seen that movie well, not Wind Talkers. Hold on a second. Let me click on Devery Jacobs. She is great. Oh, she's on Reservation Dogs. I couldn't get into that show. I'll have to admit that. But Rhymes for Young Ghouls. It's a great movie, man. Um, the just to tell you, it's brutal. The beginning scene is so brutal. But she did a movie. Um, it's not showing. I gotta see where she was a director. It's a very short film, and is it Stolen? It might be called Stolen. It's brutal, man, and it talks about how these First Nation kids are going up missing in Canada. It's pretty wild. Anyways, I guess I'm done talking. I have no idea what to. She's been a lot of stuff, man. Did it just go away? I just want actress. She's great in that movie. Gee, she's been in a lot of stuff that I haven't seen any of these movies, but she really is great. So, if you want a movie suggestion and you have it out there, Rhymes for Young Ghouls. It's pretty awesome. All right. Well, time flies. I guess I'm going to screw around on the guitar a little bit and then I will quit this. I don't know what to play. I should play some other stuff, but I don't know. My E string is messed up. All right. Thank you for, you know,